Welcome to the second lesson rental. So in the previous session we talked about how to do our rental configurations in our add-on. This lesson we are focusing on the basic transactions that we can perform using rental. There will be another session for extended scenarios. But for this session, we are only focusing on the basic level transactions. Before moving on to the transactions, we should know the process that we do in the rental. If you talk about the process, so just imagine you are just started a business or you are just started renting out items and you have some items available in your inventory, but those are not yet rental items or those are not yet get into the system. The first step for you to get those rental items into the system. In order to do that, you just have to generate a receipt or a purchase order. If you are buying some items, then you have to go with the purchase order. If you already have that item, but the system doesn't have those, then you can do a direct receipt from the inventory module to get those items or the quantities into the system. After that, now you have some items available for renting out. Now you will be receiving an interest from a customer or a lead from a customer who like to rent out some kind of an item from you. At this point you will be generating a rental order. After that, before renting it out, you should check whether this item is in the standard to be rented out to satisfy the customer's need. So in order to do that, you have to conduct a pre-rental quality check. In order to do the pre-counter pre-rental quality check, we will be moving your item from your standard location to a QC location. Quality control location. So after that, in that quality control location, it will do the processes and everything and determine whether it's on the standard to be rented out or not. If it is not in the standard, then the quality control employees will do a repair or they will give us an alternative item to be rented out for the requested rental order. So after that, next thing for us to do is, now the standard is okay. Quality control is completed and confirmed. Now we can ship this item to our customer who are interested in the rental item. At this stage we are just shipping it out to the customer. Before do the shipping, once the quality control is completed, the item will be moved from the quality control location to our standard location for the item. After that, when we do the shipment, then we are shipping it to the customer. We will be generating a shipping entry. Basically, in this situation, when you are doing the shipping, in the practical scenario, we are sending it to the customer but still the ownership is with us. Because of that, we are not sending it out of the company in the system. We are just keeping in a virtual location or a logical location for specifically for rental items. We are keeping it there by making a transfer from the standard location to the rental location. That's what we do in the shipment stage. After that, we can do the rental invoices. We are just billing the customer based on our billing agreement. If we are saying it is going to be monthly, we are invoicing monthly. If he say it upon return, then once he return only we are charging them. Likewise, it can be defer based on the rental agreement we have. Then after that, once customer return the item back to us after the period, we have to check again whether this is in the standard to be rented out again. So for that we have to do another quality control. So once the rental item is returned, it will be directly going to the QC location because we are say that QC required for this item. So it will be moved to the quality control location once again. So after that, if the quality control is not completed, then the employees in the quality control location will do the repairs and charge the customer based on the damages that they have imposed on the item. Otherwise, if everything is okay, we can just directly go to the billing customer for the amount that the period that they have used. If there is any damage in addition to the billing period amount, they will receive a damage charge as well. Likewise, we can do the rental process. So now we know how we're gonna do the rental process. Now the thing is first to learn how to do it in the rental package in Acumatica. Before moving on, as I mentioned in the first video session, so publishing the customer packages and completing the rental preferences and enabling rental processing for stock items and for customers and generating bill codes and everything will be considered as prerequisites for this lesson plan. Because in the previous session we have completed all of those. What we gonna do in this scenario is we gonna increase the on-hand quantity using a direct receipt as I said in the flow. And then we are generating a rental order. Then we are doing the rental shipment. And we are doing the invoices. And the return. and the QC conduction. So those are the things that we're gonna mainly focus on today. Let's move on to the website and we'll look into how we're gonna do this. As I said before, so we need the quantities available in the system to do rental also. First thing is for you to go to inventory. You can do this in the purchasers also. You can go to purchasers and do a purchase order and then receipt to get the items in only in the purchase receipt state. Once you release the quantity will be updated. If you are purchasing some items, you can go through that system. But in this scenario we are just imagine we are a company that decided to go for rentals and we have some high performance laptops available and we are planning to rent it out for university students so we can earn some money out of that. We have that laptops but in the system there is no laptops there. First thing for us to do is to create the item and make it rental and then we can go to inventory, we can go to a direct receipt and we can get those quantities into the system. So let it process. Alright, now we can click on this plus button. Now all these details will be available. And then we can click on the plus button in the detail level. And we can select the inventory ID that we created. So I will go with laptop because the case scenario will be on the laptops. I will get laptops. Then the warehouse will be automatically selected. If you want to change that, you can go ahead and change it. So the quantity is, if you see you can put 10 quantities, you don't have to put the unit cost if you already have the item because you don't need to maintain the unit cost. So I'm not putting unit cost. Since this item is a serial number item, we have to assign the serial numbers. In order to do that you can either make this quantity 0. Go to line details and you can say I want 10 quantities to generate it from starting from this number. So 10 quantities will be generated using this generate bar. All the serial numbers will be done here. Or rather than doing that you can just click on the plus button and add this 10 times and give the numbers accordingly. So that is based on your requirement you can do so. After that you will see the quantity will be updated that step. Then after that you can release this. So once released, our quantity should be increased by another 10 quantities of laptop. So let it run and then we will see whether the quantity was increased or not. Alright, now released. And we need to check that. Because of that we can go to the receipt. So inventory stock items and we have to search for the item that we created. I'll enter laptop. Okay, then you can go into laptop. So here if you come to the warehouse tab, you will see the current quantity. So there was 20 quantities previously and now it has increased to 30. Because I included or receipted another 10 items into the system. Likewise, we can increase the on-hand quantity and then we can start the rental in process. So basically in order to generate a rental order, you can just go to rental processing and do a rental sales order as well. If you want to do it from the sales order, you can do from the sales order as well. If you go to sales order here you will see different types of sale order types. Basically you have to select the rental order which is basically conducted for rentals. Select that order type. Just make sure this is the RO type. And then you have to make sure you are selecting a rental enabled customer. If you are selecting something else that would generate errors. So make sure you are selecting a customer that is rental enabled. After that if you want to add an inventory, you can add a detail line. And when you are adding an inventory also you have to make sure you are selecting rental enabled item. So I will be selecting the laptop. The warehouse should automatically get filled. And after that we have not given any rates. So we have to do that as well. The quantities I would say we are going with one quantity for now and if you want to manually enter rate, you can just enter that as well for a day. I am charging $20. After that you have to generate the rental contract which you can do in the rental info. And so if you go there, basic details will be available here. Default rental line in the sense. Basically whenever the line is created, it will be a rental line. If you have selected this one, whenever you have selected the item, it will be a default rental line. Then the unlimited rental in the sense you are renting out item without knowing the ending date. So there is no ending date. If you are tick this. As an example, this customer is a very loyal customer to you and you know somehow they are going to return the item. So you are using unlimited rental. You are giving out the item whenever they return the item, you are charging for the usage based on that. That is the basic of unlimited renting. And the start date and end date is available for these contract. And the billing starts on which date? Billing ends on which date? Basically, all of these dates need to be modified by clicking on this edit button. If you click on that, how many periods you going to rent it out for? I am going with days and I will be renting out for 20 days. I will select the bill code as day because I want to do daily billing because we are renting out for a university student and it should be daily. I am using daily, and once I select the billing period and billing code and the period, then it will automatically select this. Anyway, today is the start date, it picked it as that. And from that date, 20 days will be calculated and the ending date will becomes according to this. After that you can save on that. And all the dates that is relevant to it will be automatically update. And the billing code has changed to daily. Because I selected daily. And extended rentals in the sense if there is a rental extending. How you want to calculate for that extended period. So if you select pro rate, it will be calculated actually for that usage. If you select roundup, it will be rounded up to the closest primary. If you say cut off, it will be rounding down to the closest primary number. If I give an example. If someone has used this laptop for 3.5 days, pro rate will be calculated for 3.5 days. But roundup will be calculated for 4 days. And cut off will be calculated for 3 days. It will be rounding down and roundup will be going rounding up. Likewise, it will be calculated. Then the calculate best price method is like you are giving the systems the green light to calculate the best price for the customer, not for you. So it will be calculating the most cost-effective price for the customer. If I give you an example. Just imagine. Our daily rate is 100 but our weekly rate is 400. Just imagine the customer is keeping the item for 9 days. If we calculate it from the daily rate, it will be $900. But rather than doing that, the system will automatically calculate for 1 week. That means weekly charge will be applied for 7 days and 2 days it will be charging daily rate. Our weekly rate is 400, then for 7 days it will be 400 and for the other remaining 2 days it will be 200 with the daily rate. So the amount will be 600. Other than charging the customer 900 using the daily rate, they will utilize the weekly and daily rate. And accordingly they will only charging $600 for this customer. Likewise they are calculating the best price that is available. After that you will see the billing period here. We have given 20 days for because of that it will be showing us 20 days. So the billing type we can select the billing type password. If we say up front, that means we are charging for the entire 20 days. Before we sending out in the end billing period. In the first billing period we are charging for the entire amount, then the periodic. If you are using not predetermined intervals, you will be using periodic. Then the upon return in the sense once the item was returned only we are charging the custom. Then the scheduled method is where you are using predetermined intervals to charge the customer. It can either monthly, yearly, or anyhow based on the contract predetermined. It will be calculated. So for this one, for my case scenario, it's more suitable to have a phone return because it's university students and there will be limited time of rental. So I will be using upon return for this. Alright. Then once I selected the point returned, you will see all the other options will be disappearing. So just to see what are the options that were available, we'll just put periodic for now. And the options that are available is bill period in advance. If we select this one, whenever a period or the bill period starts on the first day, it will be charging the amount for the bill period. As an example for January, on January 1st they will be charging for the entire January month. If we select this option. So the other one is first invoice in advance and rear remaining billings. For the first period only we are charging for the entire month on the first day. But all the other things we are doing according to the contract. Then the invoice multiple shipments on first shipment cycle date. So we are invoicing multiple shipment on the first system. That option is also available and we have to select the first shipment date as well. Then the other one is set shipment confirmation date to rental billing date. Sometimes even though we are doing the rental order today but we are shipping it in another 2 days. Whenever we do the shipment will be considered as the start billing date. If we take this option, now we know the options that are available. This shows the calendar how the periods are going to look like. If you select upon return, this schedule will not be available. The IT will be only available for periodic and scheduled versions. I'll go with upon return for now. After that, if you want to create a return warehouse, you can do that as well. Otherwise, you can just click on this apply to line. Once we click on this, it will be applied for all the lines that are available in this rental load. I'll apply it to all. It was applied to all the things and the extended price is also updated here. So now everything we have done in the sales order. We can just create the shipment. Now we have done the order and everything, now we have to send it to the custom. For this item in the shipment level, it doesn't have a quality check. But once it has returned only we are doing the quality control test. For now, we can directly ship it to the custom. Alright. Now the shipment is here. If we have the quality control required for this at the shipment state also there will be another box we will say in that QC infection required. When we purchased the item, we assigned some lot trackings. So I have to do that. I went to line details. I'm just adding a location where I can have the quantities. You will see the locations that have quantities. You can just from here greater than 0, you'll see all the available things. I'll be selecting the storage. Because we got all the items into the storage. And 2 will be in the quality control location. And 2 will be in the rental location. Those things we can't use and we are using the storage. Here you have to assign a serial number that you have created. I will go with P40. The quantity is 1. You have to give the start meter reading only if it is required in the setup. After that you can just select OK. Now you can do the confirm shipment. After confirming that happens is we are sending this out to the customer. But actually within the system we are sending or we are transferring this item into our rental location that is available as a logical location. Now we have done the shipment. Next step first to do is to do the rental return because we are done upon return. Because of that we are not generating any invoice in the time that customer is owning the item. Once they return only we are doing the invoices. In order to do the return we can just go to our sales order. Just go to sales order. Now we have generated our sales order and we have shipped it out. So in here you will see the Create Rental Return option. You can just click on the Create Rental Return. And all the details will be filled accordingly. So the date you have to pick according to your requirement. Now I rented this out for 20 days. I have to select the day that comes as 20 days. We'll see if I select 12, it will be on time. If I select 11 it will be early and if I select 13 it will be late. I am selecting exact amount for now. It will be on time. Then I have selected meter reading. Because of that, I have to give the north meter reading as well. I'll give the end meter reading. Then we'll release it. Alright, so for this item, if we need to do QC cord tracking and inspection, we just can go to here. Here the item will be here assigned to us. So the next step is for us to complete this assignment. The quality employees will be doing all the needed transactions and everything after that they will be complete in the status. Once it is completed, we can just select here and we can just give as complete. Once it was given, the quality control process system will consider as the quality control process is completed. Now we have done the return without an issue, then we can go to the sales order once again. Now we have done the shipment, the customer has returned it to us and now the thing for us to do is to generate the rental invoice. Just make sure you are not using prepare invoices here. It will be linked with the normal SO process. And we have to use Create Rental Invoice option in order to generate the rental invoices. I will be going to Create Rental Invoices. Okay, by date, I will be selecting the same date that I given. That's July 12th. And now I am gonna apply filter. So once you apply the filter, you will be see the laptop that was returned on that day. You can just click on here. And you can process. Alright, process is completed. That will generate our rental invoice accordingly. So that is how we going to generate the rental invoices for based on these the transaction process we have covered up to the rental invoice. We have done the quantity increase. And then we have done the rental order. Then the shipment was done by us. And rental in return invoice return entry we have done. And we have done the quality control as well. And we have done the invoices as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach us. And that's about it. Thank you for your time, and let's meet in another interesting demo video.